Authorities in Mauritius say they remain on high alert in light of Cyclone Belal expected to make landfall there. The tropical storm hit the French island of Réunion in the Indian Ocean yesterday, bringing intense rain and powerful winds. Pictures posted online show vehicles being swept away and by floodwaters. In February last year, Mauritius was lashed by heavy downpours from Cyclone Freddy, which also left a trail of destruction in southeastern Africa along Malawi and Mozambique. Cyclones are common between January and March in that region as oceans in the southern hemisphere reach their warmest temperatures. Okay, we speak now to Reuben Pillay, freelance journalist in Mauritius, in terms of the expected landfall. Thank you very much for your time, Reuben, this afternoon. At this hour, at least, what do we need to know about what's happening in Mauritius?
For now, hello from Mauritius. For now, things have calmed down a bit. There isn't much wind, there isn't rain at all, so people are now free to move about in the streets again with a bit of caution just in case, but for now the cyclone is, we're out of danger from the cyclone.
Oh, out of danger immediately, or out of danger, what we anticipate for the week completely?
From what we're seeing, the cyclone is doing a bit of a curve, so it might come back up, but not for now, and it will take a few days to come back up, so we'll have time to prepare for it.
When you speak of preparations, what is it that the government of Mauritius tells you to do? So in the worst case scenario, when you're expecting a cyclone, not just this one, for instance, we'll go to last year, what then do you do? So you yourself, where did you have to go? Did you have to go in the bunker? What did you do?
Oh, no, it's not that bad for me because I live in a flat, so I'm on the first floor. I have no issues with flooding. But there are people who live down on the ground and close to riverbanks, and these are the people that are more at risk to flooding, to flash floods. What the government has here, we have a classification system of 1 to 4, 4 being the worst. So class 1 is when the cyclone is getting close, so people get ready, barricade their doors, windows, make sure water doesn't come in. And then we have class 2, when it's even a bit closer, at which point children are not allowed to go to school or are asked to come back home from school half day. And after that, we've got class 3, when people who are at work are told to go back home and barricade themselves, and of course before that we have to buy provisions just in case there's a power cut that lasts a while after the cyclone. And then there's class 4, where we're not supposed to be on the streets, we're supposed to be confined at home during the most intense phase of the cyclone. But what happened this time was that the cyclone was still further away to the west of the island, and we were on class 1, so the government allowed people to go to work, but they were careful, and they said for children, even if it's not class 2, stay at home. All educational institutions were closed. That was a good thing. But what happened was people were at work, and even if the cyclone was far away, the clouds that were in our regions were loaded with water, and we had heavy rainfall. And the problem is the capital city is surrounded by a range of mountains. So all the rain that falls there, it flows down the mountainsides and gathers at one single point, the capital city. So that is where the flash flood was coming from. So the rivers overflowed their banks, and this is something that the meteorological station had not anticipated, to the point that the head of the meteorological station has stepped down now because they weren't able to predict that.
Oh my!
So that's what caused the flash flood. Even though we were at cyclone class 1, when everybody should just be careful, and we can still go to work, we can still go to the shops and be in the streets.
Did you just say the head of the meteorological agency in the country has stepped down because he failed to anticipate what the natural disaster would do?
Yeah. Yes. This happened yesterday.
Okay.
Indeed. There are 2 deaths now so far due to the flash floods in Mauritius.
So when you...
And several cars... sorry, go ahead.
No, please, finish your thought.
several cars were damaged during the incident. So if there was a class 3 and people were not at work, none of these cars would have been damaged.
Fair enough. Reuben, when you search for pictures of Mauritius, or you hear the name Mauritius, picturesque, you just imagine beautiful waters and beautiful fish in the sea, beaches, clear waters. Yes. Are there parts of Mauritius that aren't all the way that picturesque? And maybe speaking to the issue of sanitation, speaking to the issue of the infrastructure, right? Is it able to handle the amounts of people that are there? Are those parts clean? You know, do people not litter so that litter goes into the drainage system and causes problems when there's rains?
Yeah. Well, this happens to some degree. There is littering. There are some rivers that are blocked. Every now and then there's some effort by the government to clean up those drains and make way for the water. But the amount of water that came in yesterday, it was enormous. It was enormous. The rivers, even those that were not blocked, overflowed their banks. So I'm not sure that much could have been done. However, with the recent addition of the metro project, between the capital city and the sea, where water is usually evacuated, there's been the addition of the railway there. So a lot of concrete has been put between the city and the water. So we believe that this could have been a cause of preventing water evacuation that led to water building up near to the water in the city of Port-au-Prince, the capital city of Port-au-Prince.
Reuben, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Really appreciated. Reuben Pillay is a freelance journalist based in Mauritius. And that's it from myself and the team. Thank you very much for making us your news channel of choice. Stephen Curtis is standing by with the very latest at the top of the hour. Have yourself a magic day further. We like you.